Greetings of the day. Welcome to the final rounds of 5th National Trial Advocacy Competition 2024, meticulously organized by the Kerala Law Academy Law College in association with Kerala Law Academy Moot Court Society and IQAC KLA. I am Krishna IS along with Kirtana Sajeev and Nia Fatima Ashraf, your court officers for this final session. Kerala Law Academy Law College, established in 1966 by the esteemed late Dr. N. Narayanan Nair sir, is a seat of excellence in legal education, consultancy, research, and in pioneering law reforms. As one of the oldest institutions teaching law, Kerala Law Academy Law College goes beyond traditional classroom education. It prepares students for lifelong legal practice by providing opportunities to showcase their skills on national and international arenas. The 5th National Trial Advocacy Competition 2024 aims to connect participants from diverse cultural backgrounds, transcending borders and time zones. This event invites aspiring lawyers and advocates to engage in rigorous dialogue and collaborative problem solving. The 5th National Trial Advocacy Competition 2024 offers a valuable platform for future lawyers and advocates. Participants with immerse themselves in courtroom procedures, hone their argumentation skills, and practice witness questioning, all while addressing real life legal issues.
Today, we are most delighted to welcome our esteemed panel of judges possessing an expansive array of knowledge and expertise. Firstly, we welcome Advocate Shastamangalam Ajit Kumar Sir, Advocate of High Court of Kerala. Sir's erudition and skills span over several vast areas across the jurisprudential realm, namely criminal law, criminal defense and trials, and public speaking are second to none. With over 38 years of standing at the bar, Sir is currently the standing counsel for the CBI in the High Court of Kerala. It is truly a great honor and privilege to have someone as framed and well versed in the field of criminal law with us in this August gathering. Sir's contribution to the legal realm are both profound and inspiring, rendering him a leading figure among us. It is with deep respect and admiration we extend our wholehearted welcome to you, sir.
Next on panel, we have Advocate Dilip Satyan Sir, who is highly regarded for his professional work as a senior criminal lawyer and special prosecutor for the Kerala Police in the District Court of Trivandrum. With 25 years of experience, he has built a strong reputation for handling complex narcotics cases, particularly those involving murder. His expertise and dedication have made him a key figure in the legal community, especially in cases requiring meticulous investigation and prosecution. Sir's presence today serves a beacon of integrity and excellence for all of us. With immeasurable prowess and mastery, we are immensely honored to be in your presence today, sir. We extend our heartfelt greetings to you in this finale.
Next, in our revered gathering, we have with us Advocate Arun MB, Assistant Public Prosecutor, Judicial First Class Magistrate Court, Thiruvananthapuram. With boundless experience in civil, criminal, administrative, human rights, and constitutional law, Sir stands as a testament of exemplary experience in the legal arena, who further flourishes in the field of client relationship and stakeholder management. Sir's perseverance and dedication in providing justice to clients demonstrate his tremendous drive towards success and showcase his passion for upholding justice. With a wealth of experience and commitment to justice, we extend a warm and sincere welcome to you into this auspicious event. We are honored and grateful to have all the three judges present here for willing to take their time out of their hectic schedule and joining us in this final session of the 5th National Trial Advocacy Competition 2024. We humbly welcome you all to the session.
Now, with the permission of the judges, shall we read out the rules of the competition?
Yes.
Thank you, judges. The allotted time for the session will be 2 hours and 10 minutes. When each side finishes their respective time, the court officer will be giving a verbal intimation of the same. The participants are requested to keep their video on at all times.
If the judges and participants are ready, shall we proceed to the opening statements?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll now be starting with the opening statements. The prosecution has 2 minutes time. You may begin.
To address the bench collectively as Your Honor.
Yes. Yes.
Much obliged, Your Honor. May it please this honorable bench, I, TCS Speaker 2 and my co-counsels, TCS Speaker 1 and researcher, appear for the state as prosecution in sessions case number 190/24, State of Kerala versus Ramendra Panikkar and others. This case concerns a tragic and premeditated murder of a young man involving criminal conspiracy and subsequent suppression of evidence. The case originated with an FIR lodged by Mr. Cedric D'Souza at Neyatingara Police Station on July 2nd, 2024. Following standard procedure, law enforcement officials secured the crime scene, recorded witness statements, conducted an inquest, and arranged for postmortem. A crucial piece of evidence emerged in the form of a dying declaration made by the deceased to his father. This, combined with other evidence collected during investigation, led to the filing of final report under Section 193 BNSS before the Honorable JFCM 1 Court, Neyatingara, on September 2nd, 2024. The case was subsequently committed to this Honorable Additional Sessions Court for trial. Your Honor.
Prosecution may please note you have 1 more minute left.
Thank you. Your Honor, under the benevolence of Section 249 of BNS, I present the prosecution's opening statement. The three accused persons, Ramendra Panikkar, Prasida, and Vinashi, stand charged under the offense punishable under Section 103 BSA for murder of Deepak, son of Radhakrishna Panikkar. The prosecution, they are also charged under Section 61 of BNS for conspiracy and 238 for suppression of evidence. The prosecution intends to present 5 witnesses from PW1 to PW5. We will produce 11 documentary exhibits, prosecution exhibit 11, 1 to P11. Additionally, 2 material objects will be presented. Your Honor, we are well aware that as the custom and rules of criminal practice in a sessions trial, the first informant should be examined first to establish the information, and postmortem doctor also should be examined. But in the limited circumstances of the trial and problem, we humbly request the court to keep the limitations upon the prosecution in consideration while appreciating the evidence and noting any inadequacies. We have crucial witnesses who has not been provided by the OC, first informant Mr. D'Souza, doctor who conducted postmortem Mr. Prashant, and the crucial last scene witness Ammukutti Amma. Let their statements be kindly taken from the deposition.
Prosecution may please note the time allotted for opening statement is over. Kindly wind up.
Your Honor, a 30-second extension just to wind up, Your Honor. We humbly.
Yes.
Much obliged. So the statements of the said witnesses as is taken in the problem may be accepted into judicial record, Your Honor. This is being humbly prayed by the prosecution in light of limitations of the trial. Your Honor, we finally seek the kind guidance and wisdom of this esteemed bench's trial. We have no doubt that before this bench, justice will be served for the state and the victim. I humbly conclude my opening submission, Your Honor.
The defense has 2 minutes time. You may proceed with the opening statement.
May it please the bench, the counsel would like to address the whole bench as Your Honor.
Yes.
Much obliged, Your Honor. Good morning, good afternoon, Your Honor. I, along with my co-counsel, are here to present my client, Ms. Prasida, and her family members on this very important case. The accused stands here falsely accused of murder under Section 103 of BNS, criminal conspiracy under Section 61 subclause 2 of BNS, and causing disappearance of evidence under Section 238 of BNS. At the outset, I'd like to express our deep empathy for the distressing situation faced by Mr. Panikkar, and we extend our sympathies to him. However, I urge you to consider this case with an open mind and commitment to the principles of justice. We believe that the events that transpired on that unfortunate day in the question have been misinterpreted. Our evidences will show that Deepak's state of mind prior to the incident was unstable due to his relationship troubles. He was deeply in love with Prasida and was aware of her family pressure for her to marry someone else. His own words, captured in a letter to his friend, have revealed his intention to end his life if he...
Defense may please note you have 1 more minute left.
Thank you. And to end his life if he could not marry her. We shall present witnesses and material that dispute the alleged actions and intentions which are attributed to Miss Prasida and her family members, highlighting that she had no motive or intent to harm Deepak, but merely she was a victim of circumstances. In doing so, we seek not to undermine the gravity of the situation, but rather to ensure that the truth is revealed through fair and impartial examination of the facts. My client is innocent until proven guilty. It's the prosecution's burden to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. The case against my client is riddled with inconsistencies, discrepancies, and irregularities. We will disprove to you through the facts, evidences, witnesses presented in this case that the charges against my client are baseless and without merit. In today's session, the defense counsel would like to examine 3 defense witnesses, Your Honor. Thank you.
With the judge's kind permission, shall we begin the prosecution witness examination?
Yes.
The prosecution may proceed.
Your Honor, with your permission, we seek to examine first the investigating officer in this case, Inspector Vimal Kumar, CW 17 as PW1.
Yes.
Inspector, we have you, please.
CW 17, Vimal Kumar, please repeat after me. I shall state only the truth,
I shall state only the truth,
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Good afternoon, Inspector. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible.
Kindly state your name, designation, and relation to this case.
I am Vimal Kumar, SHO of Neyyatingara Police Station, and I am the Chief Investigation Officer of the crime 215/2024 of Neyyatingara Police Station.
Can you describe how you got information regarding this crime?
On 3rd July 2024, one Cedric D'Souza Valudur came to our police station and gave us a first information statement that his neighbor one Deepak had died, and it was possibly due to poison. So as per the FIS, we registered the FIR by 3:30 p.m. and went to the home of this deceased Deepak, and we reached there by 3:45 p.m. And when we reached there, his dead body was lying on the cot with froth coming from his mouth.
Okay, thank you. Now I'll share my screen to you to identify something. Okay.
Okay.
Do you see this?
Yes.
Can you recognize what this is?
Yes, this is the first information statement that was given by Cedric D'Souza. He signed it.
Okay. Your Honor, may this be kindly marked into evidence as Exhibit P1.
Okay.
Officer, can you please clarify the date on which you got this information?
3rd July 2024.
You may refer to the screen shared document. if you want.
2nd July. Sorry, 2nd July 2024.
Okay. Your Honor, may this be kindly marked into prosecution evidence as Exhibit P1, FIS.
Hmm.
We know the custom is to mark it with the first informant, Your Honor, but first informant has not been provided. So, okay, Inspector, next question to you. What did you do after receiving the information?
So after receiving the information, we went to the home of Deepak, and Deepak's body was there lying on the cot with froth coming from his mouth.
And how did you collect the evidence? Whose statements did you take?
So we first examined the surroundings of the place, and then made a preliminary inquiry with the father of the deceased. There was one doctor there already there when we reached the place, one Dr. Nikhil. So we got the dying statement which was told by Deepak to his father from him.
Okay. What was that? What was the statement?
So according to his father, this Deepak went to the home of his lover, one Prasida, by 12 p.m. of 12 noon of 2nd July 2024, and he came back by 2 p.m. So when he came back, he was in a very serious and very uneasy condition. So his father asked him what happened, son. So this person told him that after the lunch from the home of Prasida, he was given a health drink, and he was told that it was for sex enhancement. So after drinking this health drink, he felt very uneasy. So he came back to his home. So after telling this much to his father, this person felt unconscious and felt unconscious on his bed.
Okay. On receiving this information, what were your next steps?
So this Radhakrishna Panikar, the father of the deceased, rushed out of his home and got a doctor, this Dr. Nikhil, from the nearby clinic, and he was the one who told him that this person was already dead. So, as per the dying declaration that we got from the father of the deceased, it was clear that this Deepak consumed some kind of a drink from this home of his lover, this Prasida. So, we went to the home of Prasida for further investigation.
And what did you find out on getting to home of Prasida?
So when we got to the home of Prasida and on questioning, she confessed that this person was there. This Deepak went there and ate food from his home, and after eating food, he consumed some health drink which was given by her to him. So after drinking this health drink, Deepak felt very uneasy and he went back to his home. So by 3:15 p.m. of the same day, the first accused, this Ramachandra Panikar, the uncle of Prasida, informed Prasida that the Deepak was dead and she should hide the bottle which was given to Deepak. So as per this instruction, this Prasida dug a pit behind her house beneath a banana plantation, and she hid this bottle. So on questioning her, she told us that she would show the place where she hid the bottle, which was labeled as Adults Herbal Health Tonic, and with the presence of independent witnesses, we recovered this bottle.
To clarify, officer, were the witnesses present when Prasida was giving her confession?
Yes, there were witnesses, independent witnesses.
Okay. Then did you question Ramachandra Panikar, who's the first accused?
So from the information that we got from Prasida, another police party went to the home of Ramachandra Panikar, the first accused, and arrested him. So on questioning Ramachandra Panikar the next day, that is on 3rd July 2024, this Ramachandra Panikar confessed that he was the one who bought one pesticide which was labeled as Seculax. So he bought the Seculax and he mixed the Seculax with the Adults Herbal Health Tonic, which was also bought by him. So the shop owners, one Savior who sold him the Adults Herbal Health Tonic, and one Rubesh who sold him this Equilax, the pesticide, both identified him, and the bottles are also identified by these shop owners. This first accused and the police party had gone to the house of the first accused, and from there, after his disclosure statement, based on that disclosure statement, we found the bottle of Equilax, which was hidden behind some newspapers in his storeroom. It was also with independent witnesses.
Did you identify it with the shopkeepers that you mentioned?
Yes, we took this person and these bottles to the shopkeeper, and the shopkeeper identified both the person and the bottle.
Both shopkeepers?
Yes, both shopkeepers.
Did you check it with the bill?
Yes, the barcode on the bottle and the stock particulars were matching.
Okay. Were there any other witnesses in this case? Neighbors, family, anyone else that you examined?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading question.
No objection over. He can ask the question.
It's not leading.
It's not leading.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
I don't understand your question. What do you mean?
Did you examine were there any other witnesses?
There is the mother of the Prasida. She's the third accused. She persuaded her daughter to give this health drink which was mixed with Equilax to Deepak, because she wanted her daughter to marry someone else who was in a better financial condition, one army officer.
Okay.
So she persuaded her daughter, and she also confessed before the police.
Isn't it standard procedure to examine the neighbors of this scene? So did you examine neighbors?
Of course, when we reached there, there were already neighbors already present around the house of this Prasida, and there was one Ammukutti Amma. Her statement is also noted and submitted before the court. So she is the one who saw this Deepak with Prasida. She saw the Prasida seeing him off from the house of Prasida.
Okay.
And
Now,
this Prasida told her that he consumed food and this drink from the house.
okay. Now we'll move on to marking. Do you recognize this document, Inspector?
Yes, this is the first information report.
Whose signature?
That's my signature.
Okay. Your Honor, in the absence of first informant, may this be, it is identified by the inspector, may it be marked into evidence as Exhibit P2, Your Honor.
Okay.
Inspector, next document, this one. Do you recognize this?
Yes, this is the inquest report prepared by A.C. Radish.
On a signature? Whose
It
signature?
is my signature on the.
Witness has identified this, Your Honor. May inquest report be marked into evidence as Exhibit P3. Inspector, can you identify this document?
This is the postmortem report. The postmortem was done by Dr. Prashant, and he sent it to me after the postmortem. And I have seen this person.
Okay. May it be marked into evidence, Your Honor, as Exhibit P4, postmortem report. Now, let's move on. Do you recognize this document?
This is the recovery mahasar
Of
Prasida of A2 from her house. With the presence of independent witnesses, we recovered the bottle which was labeled as Adul's Herbal Health Tonic.
Okay. Your Honor, may the recovery master be marked into evidence as Exhibit P5. Your Honor. Now, sir, can you identify this document?
This is the recovery measure of from the house of Ramchandra Panikar, the first accused.
Okay. Your Honor, may this be marked into evidence as Exhibit P6. Can you identify this?
This is the Caesar measure of the bill from the shop of Xavier, the Adul's Herbal Health Tonic.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor, may this be marked into evidence as Exhibit P7. P7, seizure master of bill from Adul's Herbal Health Tonic shop. Do you recognize this document, Inspector?
This is the Caesar measure of the Equilax bottle. Okay, Equilax bottle.
Okay, Your Honor, may this be marked into evidence, Exhibit P8. This will mark with the chemical examiner. Now, do you recognize this?
Yes, this
image?
Yes, this is the photo of Deepak lying on his bed.
Okay. Your Honor, may the photo of the crime scene be marked into evidence as Exhibit P9, Your Honor. Do you recognize this object, officer?
Yes, this is the Adul's Herbal Tonic bottle, which was sent for chemical examination.
Your Honor, to clarify, officer, from where did you get this? What is its connection to the case?
So this Adul's Herbal Health Tonic was the bottle which we recovered from the home of A2 accused to Prasida.
Your Honor, may it be marked into evidence, material object 1. And what about this, officer?
This is the bottle that we recovered from the home of accused number 1, Ramchandra Panikar. It was also sent for chemical examination.
Your Honor, may it be marked into evidence, MO2, material object 2. That's all from this witness, Your Honor. Thank you, officer. The witness is open for cross.
With the permission of the court, may I proceed with the cross-examination of prosecution?
Yes, continue.
Much obliged, Your Honor. Yes. So, Mr. Vimal Kumar, you stated that the FIR was registered at 3:30 p.m. and you were there at the crime scene by 3:45, yes?
Yes.
Well, I put to you that you had multiple responsibilities after reaching the crime scene, yes or no?
Yes, I had responsibilities.
Okay, now please listen carefully. How exactly did you conduct the proper inquest at Deepak's place, investigation at Prasida's place, as well as the crime scene investigation at Deepak's residence parallelly?
The inquest of the body was not done by me. It was done by A.S.I. Radish Kumar. So after the preliminary investigation and collecting some information from the home of the deceased, we went to the house of this accused number 2, Prasida. After we are doing some checkings and also making some inquiries, another party went to the home of the first accused to arrest him.
Sure. Can you elaborate on the steps you have taken for crime scene investigation?
So first we checked on the surroundings and the one since there was no any markings of violence in the body, we searched for any evidence of suicide or anything. We couldn't find anything. There wasn't any chemical or toxic substance there. We questioned the father of the deceased, and he was the one who heard the dying statement of the deceased.
I put to you that you personally overlooked the crime scene investigation of Deepak's residence.
I was there in the crime scene investigation, but I
Thank you,
weren't.
Mr. Bimal. What was the profession of the deceased?
And Your
the-
Honor, please let the witness answer. Objection. Badgering the witness. The witness was not able to complete his answer.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Let him continue.
Yes,
Let the witness continue his answer.
I have already told you that the inquest was not done by me. The primary investigation was done by me personally.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. What was the profession of the deceased?
He was a mechanical engineer.
Well, your final report says that he was a mechanic at a shop.
Yes, he had mechanical engineering diploma, so he was a mechanic at a shop.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. When did I put to you that you arrested Miss Prasida at 4 p.m.? Yes or no?
At about 4 p.m., we left the house of
Inspector,
Deepak at
Just a point,
4
you have the
p.m.
right to
and
you have the right to refresh your memory using the reports that are prepared by you.
We left the house of the Deepak at about 4 p.m. and as soon as we reached the place of this Prasida, we arrested her as it was a cognizable offense.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. I put to you that you did not take women constables along with you when you visited Prasida's home.
No, we had 2 women police officers with us.
I put to you that you took the second entrance to Prasida's home.
No, we
Objection, Your Honor.
ended
No
through the front
foundation
door.
for the suggestion. No foundation for the suggestion, Your Honor. No question has been put to the witness in cross for suggesting this.
Mr. Vimal Kumar, within minutes of the arrest, did you say that she confessed everything? Yes or no?
She agreed. She confessed when we questioned. She confessed with her statements were matching with the dying statement that was given by Deepak.
So you expect the court to believe that she confessed everything within those few minutes, considering that she was emotionally distressed and going through a lot of pain at that point of time. And on the sole basis of the same, you relied on that and sent another team to Ramchandra's place. Yes or no?
Objection. Argumentative question, Your Honor.
The dying statement that we got were matching with her statements, and we got evidences
Let
in
the
the
witness
later
answer,
stages.
Ms. Counsel. I believe that the witness
I have raised an objection. I raised an objection. It is up to the court to decide whether to overrule and sustain the objection.
Your Honor, I believe that the witness is capable of refreshing his memory if he is unable to answer as well.
The question was argumentative in nature. That is the objection I have raised.
I put to him a very simple question. Considering that she was under emotional distress, are you saying that you solely relied on her? And on that basis, you sent another team to arrest Ramchandra? Yes or no?
Your Honor, that is
just based on her confession and also based on her mother's confession.
Thank you. Point
Your
to be
Honor, may
noted,
kindly
Your
the
Honor.
objection as well as the question be noted into the record, Your Honor. Humble submission from the prosecution. May the objection be recorded.
Isn't it true that her confession was the only lead or breakthrough in this case, Mr. Vimal?
No, it isn't. We got conclusive evidences.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. So on what basis did you send another team to arrest Ramchandra?
It is a cognizable offense. So as per the information that we got, we had to make sure that the person got arrested.
Yes. And did you mention the grounds of arrest to Mr. Ramchandra while you were arresting him?
I was not the one who arrested Ramchandra Panika. It was another police party and they mentioned it.
Yes. So did your another batch of police, did they mention the grounds for arrest?
Yes,
The question is asked and answered.
Well, because in those very few minutes, so you were able to brief your another team about what all evidences you gathered, about the dying declaration, about what Prasida had confessed to you. You briefed them about the same. They went and picked up Ramchandra and also gave him the reason for his arrest. Yes?
yes, I was able to do that.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. Now,
Your
moving
Honor,
on-
I would like to point out that that was an argumentative question. May the objection be marked noted, Your Honor.
Moving on, Inspector, are you aware of the letter written by Deepak to his friend?
No, I am not aware of any letter.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. So despite this, you haven't explored the possibility of suicide, or it could be an abatement to suicide or anything else. So you solely relied on the dying declaration as well as the confession of Prasida. Yes or no?
No.
No.
I had proper evidences, and those evidences are marked and submitted before the court.
Okay, please let us know, how did you explore other options beside the dying declaration and Prasida's confession?
I have already told you about this option of suicide. We have searched the premises of the house of Deepak, and there wasn't any kind of chemicals or toxic substances there, and there wasn't any death notes, and none of the relatives or friends or the father of the deceased gave us any evidence that this person had any kind of suicide tendency.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. The suicide aspect has not been considered to the fullest, and it was considered to be a dead end. I put to you that after Prasida's confession, you stopped pursuing any other angle to Deepak's death. Yes or no?
After confession, after getting the evidence, and after arresting the Ramchandra Panikar and getting the evidence from his house, there was no point in going for that angle.
When did you have an interaction with Mr. Rajendra Prasad?
Which Rajendra Prasad?
Point to be noted, Your Honor. Did Mr. Ramachandra reveal to Prasida the actual intention behind giving him the health concoction?
Can you repeat that question?
Did Mr. Ramachandra, who is the accused one, reveal to Prasida the actual contents of the health tonic, health concoction?
I don't know if Ramachandra Panikar told it to his nephew.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. What were the steps you took post the arrest of Mr. Ramchandra?
After arresting Ramchandra Panikar wasn't kept. He was a senior citizen, so he was given proper care. So on the next day, he gave us the disclosure statement.
Where did you take the statement of Mr. Ramchandra Panikar?
You mean the disclosure statement?
Yes.
In the police station.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. That's all with this witness, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call the next witness PW2, Radhakrishnan, the father of the deceased.
CW2, Radhakrishna Panikar, please repeat after me. I shall state only the truth,
I shall state only the truth,
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
We are really sad for your demise of the sad. Moving to the chief examination of this witness. For the record of the court, can you mention your name and relation to this case?
Okay. I'm Radhakrishna Panikar. Deceased person Deepak was my only son.
Can you please recall the events which happened in the day of 2nd July 2024?
Okay. Deepak was in love with Prasida. So on 2nd July 2024, he was invited her house, and he left my house around 12 p.m. and came back at around 2 p.m. When he arrived, he was not well and was in an uneasy condition. He told me that after he had lunch with her, she gave a health concoction which was bitter and pungent in smell. After saying that, froth was coming from his mouth, which was very terrible and to watch. And suddenly he collapsed onto the bed.
Then what did you do?
Immediately I called Dr. Nikhil, who was practicing nearby, and he came by and examined and said he was normal. And I was terrified and I was frightened to what to do. And suddenly I cried a lot. And after hearing my voice, Sector D'Souza, which was my neighbor, he came by and he witnessed the place. And Dr. Nikhil asked him to report to the matter to police.
What do you know about the relationship between Deepak and Prasida?
I don't know her personally, but he had mentioned her like he was in love with her.
Can you state the events what happened after the police arrived at the location?
After police arrived, the cremation was on 3rd July 2024, and after that, then the investigation was on for 3rd July, I think, on 4 p.m.
Can you specify what happened on the day of 2nd July? 2nd July.
See, yeah, the police came by on 2nd July 2024 at around 3:45 p.m. and they investigated the room and the house where Deepak died. After that, they took me a statement and I narrated the whole incident.
Okay. I would like you to identify a document.
Yeah,
what is this document? What is this photo about?
He was lying in the bed, my son actually.
What is the exact location of this place?
It was his room.
Where?
In the bed actually.
You ask him what is the black thing found near his chin?
It's a blood.
Witness, could you identify what was the black thing which is adjacent to his mouth?
Black thing, I think froth was like the coming was froth was coming.
Your Honor, can I move forward?
Yes.
Much obliged, Your Honor. The witness exhibit P9, Deepak's photo might be noted, Your Honor. There is no further questions to this witness.
Cross.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Mr. Radhakrishna Panikar, hello, how are you doing?
I'm not good. I'm just sitting.
Mr. Panikar, am I audible to you?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, so how are you doing?
I'm not good. I'm really sad for what happened on my son.
Yes. What is your profession, Mr. Panikar?
I'm a farmer.
Farmer. Well, then do you expect to see a good harvest this season?
Your Honor, irrelevant to the particular facts of the case.
Your Honor.
Yes, objection upheld.
Well, since you're a farmer, what steps do you generally take to avoid pests and insects in your field?
Your Honor, objection irrelevant to the particular case.
No, that is relevant.
That's relevant.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
Okay. I use only organic fertilizers, which is manure or like anything.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. And what brands of general organic fertilizers do you use?
Like food waste or like decomposing, like anything which is buy in market.
Well, then do you store them at home, right?
Yes.
Were you aware of Deepak's relationship with Prasida?
I was aware. I was concerned.
Yes. How often did Prasida visit your place?
She wasn't like she was not in my home. Like I haven't seen her.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. Are you aware of the fact that your son is fond of writing letters?
No.
No, point to be noted, Your Honor. I put to you that your son had a troubled state of mind. Yes or no?
When I didn't get the question.
I put to you that your son had a troubled state of mind right before death.
No.
No.
If
Point
you
to be
have
noted,
the
Your
madam,
Honor.
if you have the letter with you, why don't you ask him to identify the handwriting?
He has denied the letter itself, Your Honor, regarding the writing of letter. I put to you that your son has considered suicide as an option. Do you agree?
No.
Object.
Of course not.
No. Point to be noted, Your Honor. When did you have an interaction with the investigating officer, Mr. Panikkar?
I think around 3:45 p.m.
Yes. Any other instances where you interacted with the investigating officer?
No.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. That's all with the witness, Your Honor.
No. You ask him whether he contacted the family of Prasida, knowing that they were in a relationship.
Yes. So, Mr. Panikkar, did you contact the family, the mother or the uncle of Miss Prasida,
I was
Knowing
moving
that there
to.
is a relationship.
knowing that your son was
No.
in a relationship with her?
No, actually, I thought that it was just a silly relationship. I think it
Point
was
to be
not going.
noted, Your Honor. So, you did not take your son's relationship to be on a
No,
serious note.
actually,
It was a random fling. Yes or
no,
no?
no, actually, he was just saying that he was in love, but he was not uh, truly fake.
Wow, you have trust issues with your son, Mr.
No,
Panikkar.
Checking, Your Honor.
no.
Foundation.
Put it to him whether it is the same state of mind with Prasida also.
Sorry, sir.
What was his nature since
Put it
childhood,
in-
Mr. Panikkar? What
Madam,
was
put it to him whether it was the same state of mind with Prasida also. That it was a silly relationship.
Yes, was he in the same casual manner with Prasida?
See, I don't know him first. Like, while he's like a while going outside, he says that he will go for job. I think he like his work is actually for.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. I mean, when you do not know the complete details of their relationship, I do not think you should just call it casual.
Okay, you put it to him whether you put it to him from these two circumstances whether it is inadequate either for a murder or for a suicide.
It's actually for murder.
Put it to him.
So, do you allege Miss
No,
Prasida
you
and
suggest,
her family members to be the accused
suggest.
in this?
Suggest.
To be guilty of the crime?
No, don't ask that.
So that question.
Yes.
Question helps you, madam. Helps the prosecution.
Do you believe that your son has been murdered?
No. Sorry. Yes. Sorry.
Point to be
Yes.
noted, Your Honor. It's
Your
a
Honor,
no.
Your Honor, Your Honor.
No,
I was
point to be
mistaken.
noted.
I
Thank
was
you, Your
mistaken
Honor.
actually.
That is a slip of tongue. Okay.
Yeah,
That's all
I was
with the
mistaken.
witness, Your Honor.
Yes,
It's
any more
mistaken,
question?
and
Okay.
actually, see, my doctor suspected that it was due to poison, and he told me that he had lunch with her, and she gave a health concoction which was bitter and pungent, and I assumed that it was really a statement that it can be done by Prasida, by her lover. Should I?
Any more question?
That's all with the cross, Your Honor.
Thank
The
you.
witness is excused.
Your Honor.
No, it can be discharged.
Your Honor, with the bench's kind permission, we would like to call the next witness. Our next
Yeah, do that.
Next witness is CW 15, Your Honor, Dr. Nirmala. As
Postmortem.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, the postmortem doctor has not been provided by the OC as a witness. We are burdened with proving this case without examining the postmortem officer, which is why we marked the postmortem report with the IO.
Okay.
So this is
Call the witness.
You will face the consequence also.
Your Honor.
Risk is yours.
It is out of our hands, Your Honor. We would. It was in our hands. We would have definitely brought the prosecution.
Okay.
Postmortem doctor, but the OC has prohibited us from bringing the postmortem doctor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dr. Nirmala, can I have Dr. Nirmala?
CW 15, Dr. Nirmala, please repeat after me.
Yes.
I shall state only the truth,
I shall state only the truth,
the whole truth,
and
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
For the record of the court, dear witness, can you mention your name, occupation, and relation to this case?
Yes. I'm Dr. Nirmala. I'm the Chief Chemical Examiner in the Government Forensic Science Laboratory, Trivandrum. And I've been working there as the chemical examiner for 15 years and chief for 10 years. And I have analyzed more than 1,000 samples in various cases.
Okay. What is your relation to this current case?
Yes, I have received a viscera and the blood sample as well as 2 bottles as evidence for one Mr. Deepak.
Okay. I'll show you a document,
Yes.
doctor. I would like it if you could identify it.
Sure.
Doctor, is this visible to you?
Yes.
Okay. Can you identify this document?
Yes, this is the report I've made for the chemical examination of viscera and the blood.
Okay. Whose signature is present?
Yes,
Whose signature is present?
it's my signature.
Okay. Your Honor, witness has identified the report prepared by her may be marked into evidence as exhibit P.
P10.
Thank you, Your Honor. P10. Exhibit P10, Your Honor. Doctor, can you please walk us through the findings of this report and your conclusions from it as an expert?
Yes, so as I mentioned before, I have received the preserved parcel containing viscera and the blood samples. If I look into the viscera, it had the presence of undigested vegetables and
Prosecution may please note you have 2 minutes remaining.
Doctor, please continue.
Yes, thank you. So in the viscera, I was able to spot undigested vegetables and food, which which shows us that the deceased has consumed the food just before the death, and it had dark brown pungent smelling liquid. And on further chemical analysis, it was very much evident that it had the presence of quinol phos organothiosulfate as a pesticide used there. And moving on to the blood samples, it was evident that I was able to spot a relevant presence of quinol phos, which was at the 22 nanogram per 100 ml of blood, which is far exceeding the Harsardis limit of 20 nanogram per 100 ml of blood, which is pretty much fatal to cause death. And I've received 2 bottles. As I mentioned before, I have got a bottle as Atul's herbal tonic. It had the presence of quinol phos organothiosulfate as pesticide, and even in the Quilax bottle, I have spot quinol phos along with organothiosulfate as pesticide used there. This was the findings.
Can you identify this report also?
Yes, this is the chemical report I've made for the examination for Atul's herbal tonic.
Just that one sample?
This is the chemical report of Atul's herbal tonic, but it had 2 items. I've received 2 items. Item number 1, it was about the bottle sealed and labeled as Atul's herbal tonic, as well as another item, item number 2, which is the Quilex bottle.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor, and whose signature is present?
Yes, that is my signature.
Your Honor, witnesses identify the report may be marked into evidence exhibit P11, Your Honor. Doctor, 2 more things from you. Can you identify this? What is this?
Yes.
What is this?
This is the Atul's herbal tonic, the sample I've received.
Okay. What about this?
This is the bottled Equilax.
Okay. That's all from...
Prosecution may please note your allotted time is over.
Your Honor, may the prosecution seek a humble extension.
Okay, take 1 minute fast.
Your Honor, for this witness, we have 2 more witnesses to examine, Your Honor, and they are very brief.
Yeah, take it.
Maybe take an extension in the interest of justice, Your Honor. Please.
Okay, don't say, okay.
Much obliged, Your Honor. So, the witness has identified MO1 and MO2, Your Honor. This witness is excused, open for cross.
Your Honor, the counsel would like to proceed with the cross-examination of the witness.
Do it.
Much obliged, Your Honor. Dr. Nirmala, for how long in this profession?
I've been working as the chemical examiner for 15 years and Chief has 10 years.
So, as a total, you have around 25 years of experience in this?
Yes.
Okay, so you seem to be having a good memory power, right?
25 years of experience, I think I'm good with it.
So you would be having a great track record and a great experience in this field, right?
As chemically, going with my chemical examination, yes, I believe.
Okay, so in that case, can you help me out with a little bit of chemical stuff as you're a chemical examiner?
Go for it.
Okay.
Please.
Could you please tell me about the chemical composition of the quinol phos, which I've stated before?
So here, as I mentioned before, I was able to spot quinol phos. So, okay, can you just please clarify the question for me? Do you want to know about the composition of the quinol phos all alone, or do you have any connection with it?
I only want the chemical composition of quinol phos.
Okay. So here, when you talk about the composition of the quinol force, it has if you talk about the chemical composition, it has 14 carbon items, 15 hydrogen items. It has 3 oxygen atoms. It has two oxygen atoms and 1 sulfur atom and 1 phosphorus atom.
Can you please tell the side effects of this chemical?
So when you talk about the quinol force, it's basically very much hazardous and fatal to death, and that has been proved here because it was at the level of 22 nanogram per 100, which is pretty enough to cause death. So it is very much hazardous to health, and it may cause a respiratory problem, and this may even disturb the nervous system of it. So it is very much fatal there.
Okay. In what state does this chemical occur?
I'm sorry?
In what state does this chemical occur, or
See,
it
this
can
is
be obtained?
about, okay, I got your question. See, this is about, as I mentioned before, in the blood sample, I was able to spot the quinol force every 22 nanogram per 100 ml of blood, which means it was orally taken. So when you talk about the oral intake of quinol force, the symptoms will be visible within 15 to 20 minutes, and the symptoms can be, the memory loss, or maybe a sort of a bit imbalance, or or you could say about.
Doctor, wait, doctor, I asked you the state of the chemical. I only asked you the state. What is the state of the chemical?
The state. A state of what? Can I just can you please reframe it for me? I wasn't able to follow you. I'm sorry there.
In what state does this chemical occur?
Yeah, it's a liquid.
Yeah, you could have just answered that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't able to follow that. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. Okay. I put to you that consumption of quinol force can lead to enhancer of sexual power.
Under my protocol, I was able to follow the duty to find the toxic substance, which is quinol force, which I have done. And quinol force intake, which has exceeded the hazardous level, is fatal enough for death.
Witness, please answer only what I have asked. Witness, please. I only need yes or no answer.
There is no foundation for the suggestion, Your Honor. The defense counsel framed it as a suggestion, and there is no question put in cross to enable the suggestion, Your Honor.
Doctor, if you are able to answer that question, please answer.
Yes.
I put to you that the consumption of quinol force can lead to enhancement of sexual power. Is it in yes or no? Question, please answer yes or no. Don't give any explanation.
You can't say that.
Can say that. She can say yes or no. If she wants to add any explanation,
No, she can
Yes or
explain.
no,
right.
yes or no, Your Honor. Whatever it, if she can give, she can.
Yeah, doctor, please.
Okay, no.
No.
Okay. Can you please tell us how Atul herbal tonic is useful?
See here, I'm very much focusing on the chemical report here, and that is my job. That is under my purview. And as I mentioned before, in the Atul's herbal tonic, there was a concoction, and the concoction contained the hazardous chemical, that is a quinol force there. And that is a report I've submitted here.
Does a normal Atul herbal tonic contain chemicals?
Atul's herbal tonic. See, and I'm requesting the honorable court that I'm actually fulfilling and being under my purview.
No. Please answer that question.
Yes.
If you can say whether it contains some chemical, then you say yes. If you don't
yes,
know,
sir, I
you
got
can
the
say
question.
I'm
Sir,
not sure.
Atul's herbal tonic, it's basically organic. It's basically herbal. So, we don't find poisonous tonics there.
Okay.
Okay, so can you tell me the ingredients of this tonic, if you have any idea?
See,
Your Honor,
Witness, you are free to say you don't know if you don't know.
Yeah.
so as
Objection, Your Honor. The counsel is putting words in the mouth of the witness. She can answer if she's capable of answering the question.
yes,
or
I'm
not.
capable enough to answer. That is why I'm answering your questions.
She can
With
answer
all due
whatever
respect here.
she knows with respect to her profession. There is no need of the counsel to answer on behalf of her.
So let the doctor answer.
Yes, sir, I'm capable enough to answer this question because I do have 25 years of expertise over here. In Atul's herbal tonic, I was able to spot a concoction, and the concoction contained quinol force. That is the organothiosulfate. It comes under that family.
I have a scenario, doctor. I have known a person who have consumed like 2 sips or 3 sips of the herbal tonic and he has passed away. Do you believe it?
Your Honor, objection speculating.
Okay.
He's an expert.
That's correct.
See, if you consume a herbal, it's like a health drink or herbal tonic.
No, let her answer.
Your Honor, can we ask a couple of questions because she's an expert? If she could give us some inputs on with regards to what happened.
Definitely. Let her answer.
So,
Yes, thank you. connecting with your scenario. In that scenario, if the herbal or the head ring is consumed directly, it will not cause any death because you won't find any toxic substance in that. So it will not. I
Next
hope that
question.
clarifies your questions.
Yes, next question.
Yeah,
okay. Do you
please.
know about the blood samples and the viscera contents in the post-mortem since you have conducted it?
Yes, I've received the preserved parcel containing viscera and the blood sample. As mentioned before, in the viscera, I was able to spot undigested food, vegetables, and a dark brown pungent smelling liquid. And on further chemical analysis, there was quinol force as a chemical used there. When it comes to the blood sample, I was able to spot quinol force, which was at the level of 22 nanogram per 100 ml of blood, which is far exceeding the Harshada's limit of 20
It was
nanogram, which
answered.
is
It
fatal
was
enough to cause
answered.
death. Yes,
You
sir.
can go to the next question.
Yes, sir.
When did you receive the chemical viscera and the blood samples?
I have received that on 3rd July.
Okay, how much time does it take for the chemical examination to be conducted?
It normally takes around 24 to 48 hours, but since since we do get different samples from various cases, I do prioritize my sample and submit the report accordingly.
Okay, how much time does in this particular case take?
I have submitted this report, on 25th of July, but normally the examination may take, 24 to 48 hours. It may vary.
So you got the viscera and blood samples on 3rd July and it took you around 22 days to submit the report.
As I mentioned before, I do get different samples every single day from various crimes. So I do follow the prioritization method and I've done that accordingly here. So considering my prioritical situations over here, can I please complete defense counsel? Can I do that?
Yeah, please do. You continue.
Thank you. So see, as a chief chemical examiner of 25 years of experience, I do get chemicals for various samples every single day. And I do prioritize them accordingly, to which I've done the exact same thing here. I've got the samples on July 3rd and submitted the report on 25th of July.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. The chemical examination took around 22 days, and for submitting the report, it took this long time to submit the report.
Okay.
Noted,
Then
Your
you can
Honor.
argue.
And doctor, can you tell me when did you receive the 2 bottles which you have identified previously?
I've received the 2 seal bottle labeled Equilax as well as Atul's herbal tonic from the first class judicial magistrate.
I asked you when.
When date?
3rd July.
Okay, so when did the chemical examination get completed?
It took around 2 days, I would say, 48 hours.
Okay, your point to be noted, Your Honor. Even the chemical examination of these 2 bottles was, the report was given on 25th July. So
That you can argue. You can go to the next question. Move to the next question.
That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Any re-examination?
Hey, re-examination on one question.
Yes,
Your
come
Honor.
on.
Witness.
Yes, please.
Is the delay of 22 days or 22 or 23 days? Is it normal in the profession?
Very much normal. Very much normal.
Okay.
Your Honor, one more question, Your Honor. Just one.
You can make it fast.
Thank you, Your Honor. Witness, were
Yes,
you the
please.
person who conducted the post-mortem?
I was not the one. I was not the one. I got the viscera and the blood sample from the doctor who conducted the postmortem examination. I didn't do that.
Thank you. All that clarification, Your Honor. That's all.
Move to the next witness.
Your Honor, I would like to call the next witness, which is CW13 as PW4. Can I have Rupesh? I'm sorry, Savior. Can I have Savior?
CW14, Savior. Sorry, CW14, Rupesh.
No. I called Savior.
Savior.
Sorry for the miscommunication. I called Savior. CW12 as PW4.
CW12, Savior. Please repeat after me. I shall state only the truth. CW12, Savior. Please repeat after me. I shall state only the truth.
I shall state only the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Proceeding with the chief examination, Your Honor, for the record of the court, can you mention your name and occupation?
My name is Xavier, and I am the proprietor of Atul's Herbal Health Tonic Company.
What is your
Uh,
relation to this case?
On 3rd of July 2024, the police had visited me, asking me if a certain Mr. Ramachandra Panikar had bought a bottle from me, and I confirmed that he had indeed purchased a bottle from me on the 1st of July 2024.
Can you specify how did you confirm it?
On each of these bottles, there is a label, and the label is on the label there is a barcode, and the barcode is unique to each of these bottles. And I compared the barcode with the particulars in my stock, and I compared and I confirmed that it was the same bottle that I had sold him.
One minute, Your Honor. Can you identify this document?
Yes, it is the seizure, Mahasar. The police had done. Yes, I do.
Your Honor, might be noted that PW4 has identified seizure Mahasar, which was already marked into evidence as Exhibit P7. Can you identify this material? Can you identify this material object?
Yes, I can. It is the Atul's herbal health tonic bottle that was brought from my shop.
Which was brought by whom?
By Mr. Ramachandra Panikar.
Your Honor, please note that the PW4 has identified MO1. That's it with this witness. The witness is open for cross.
Proceed with the cross.
Yes, you can.
Okay, Mr. Xavier, how is your business doing?
It is okayish, I would say.
Okay, for how long have you been doing this business?
I've started the business on April of 2024.
How long? How much time has it been you have put this shop?
That is 6 months.
Okay. Do you have a camera in the shop premises?
There is no camera in the shop premises.
Okay. Do you have any other staff with you?
I don't have any staff with me.
Okay, you're only the single person who will sell the.
Yes.
Okay. So if I put you on the spot, can you describe the contents of this medicine which you sell?
It is a purely organic product. There are only natural products used in the tonic.
Okay. Does this contain any strong active ingredients?
Strong active. The question was not clear.
Which might have an effect on the human body.
It gives health benefits. It's an immunity booster and gives health benefits. That's what I can say.
He's only a shop. He's only running a shop.
He is the proprietor of the Atul Herbal Tonic, Your Honor. So
You're manufacturing it.
Okay. You can ask. You can ask, definitely ask. Sorry.
So that is why I asked, Your Honor.
Yes, can you?
Okay. Based on what prescription do you sell these tonics?
There is no prescription needed. It is a general health tonic.
So you can sell
general
it.
Immunity booster. Yes, I can.
Okay. Can you tell the side effects of this herbal tonic?
There are no side effects to this.
Okay. So it can be taken by any age of persons, like even the old age persons can take it, right?
Yes, it can be.
Okay. So I put to you that Ramchandra Panikar is a frequent visitor to your store.
He's not a frequent visitor. I have seen him around, that's all. He's not a frequent visitor.
He comes to your store, right?
No, he does not. I have not seen him in my store, no. Before this, no.
So you have just stated that you have seen him before and now you are like contradicting it again.
I've seen him around. He's a native of my place.
Okay.
I have not seen him inside the store. That's what I said.
Okay, witness. I put to you that the police officer is previously known to you and you both are friends.
No foundation,
The question was not clear.
No foundation. Objection, Your Honor.
He can suggest.
I put to you that the police officer is previously known to you and you both are friends.
Which police officer? The police officer who visited me on that particular day, 3rd of
The
July.
officer in the current case is known to you and you both are friends.
No, I never knew him before.
Okay. Okay, with what certifications did you proceed on the manufacturing of the herbal tonics?
I have got the certificates from the Ministry of Ayush, and with that I have proceeded.
What else certificates?
I have applied to the Ministry of Ayush. They have given me the certificates, and I also have got the health clearance certificate from the corporation, and based on that, I'm running my business.
Okay, so did you get any certification for the product you are selling?
There is only one product that I sell, and I got certification for that.
Okay, what certification is that?
It is a GMP certificate, Good Manufacturing Practice Certificate, that the Ministry of Ayush provides.
So you have not taken any FSSAI certification for selling or preparing this product, right?
I've taken all the certificates required. I've applied to the Ministry of Ayush and they've given me all the certificates.
No, no, no. You answer to the question.
I've asked you clearly the question. Please answer it.
Yes, I have obtained the certificate. Yes.
But I've clearly asked you what certifications. I have not mentioned anything about FSSAI till I ask you.
You asked me now, and I said yes. I've obtained it.
Okay. I put to you that all the licenses you have bought are all fake licenses.
No, they are not.
Okay. The witness.
So, anything in re-examination?
Yes.
Then you can move on to the next witness.
Your Honor, we'll move to the next witness.
Next
Your
witness.
Honor, I'd like to ask the organizing committee regarding the time left for examination of witnesses, chief examination.
And cross.
Your Honor,
It was told that there was 1 minute left, so I just wanted to know how much more time is left for the chief examination of witnesses.
Your Honor, only one witness is left. I won't take more than 1 minute for.
Yeah. Put the witness. Put the witness.
Much obliged, Your Honor. I would like to call CW 13 as PW 5, which is Rupesh.
CW13. CW13, please repeat after me. I shall state only the truth.
I shall state only the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Witness, for the record of the court, can you mention your name and occupation?
My name is Rupesh, and I'm the owner of Deccan Pest and Fungus Control Company.
What is your What is your relation with the case?
The police had visited me on the 3rd of July, asking me if a certain Mr. Ramachandra Panikar had bought a bottle of Ecalex from my shop on the 1st of July, and I confirmed that he had bought a bottle from me.
How did you confirm the same?
There is a barcode on the bottle, and the barcode is unique to each of these bottles. And I cross-checked the barcode with my stock particulars, and I confirmed that he had bought the same bottle from me.
Your witness, can you see the document presented?
Yes, I can see it.
What is the document?
It's a seizure mahashar of a copy of the bill regarding the bottle that was purchased.
Your Honor, might be noted that the witness has identified seizure mahashar, which is Exhibit 8 of prosecution evidence.
Next question.
One last question. What is the color of Ecalex?
Ecalex is dark brown in color, and yeah.
That's all, Your Honor. No more. One more question. What is this? What is this bottle?
This is the bottle of Ecalex that was purchased from my shop by Ramachandra Panikar.
Your Honor, kindly note that the MO2 Ecalex bottle has also been identified by the witness, which is already marked into evidence as MO2. That's all, Your Honor. No further questions. The witness is open for cross.
Your Honor, the counsel would like to proceed with the cross-examination.
Okay, continue.
Okay, Mr. Rupesh. So how long have you been doing this business?
I've been doing this for 7 months.
Okay. So, okay. Do you have a camera in the premises of the shop?
There is no camera in the premises.
Okay, point to be noted, Your Honor. It's been 6 to 7 months and there is no camera or anything in the shop.
Okay, that you can argue.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the next question.
Are there any other staff in your shop?
There are no other staff in my shop.
Okay. I put to you that Radha Krishna Panikar has been buying fertilizers and pesticides in your shop.
Your Honor,
No,
Radha
no.
Krishna. Oh.
Yeah, they can. That's a
Proceed.
suggestion.
Please
No,
answer.
he has not been buying anything from me.
Okay. So what licenses have you taken for running the shop, mister?
I've taken all the required licenses that are required to running this shop.
Okay. I put to you that you have bought all the fake licenses for running the shop and selling the products you have been selling.
No, they are always open to investigation. You can refer if you want to. I have all the required certificates for running the shop, and they are all original.
Okay, I put to you that the police officer is previously known to you and you both are friends.
No, we never knew each other before. It was the first time that I had seen this person when he came to my shop for investigation.
Okay.
Ask the smell and taste of this liquid.
Your Honor, he has already answered in the chief examination.
Defense may please note, you have 2 minutes remaining.
Your Honor.
2 minutes only. Come on.
Okay, can you please tell the taste and smell or the color, the physical form of the
Color, yes, already said.
Yeah, can you tell the taste and the form?
I don't know the taste. I don't know the taste of the product. I can say the smell is very pungent in smell.
Okay, do you know with what chemicals or
So suppose it is added with something, it is easily reconcilable. Ask him.
Your
Ask
Honor?
him. Ask him. Suppose it is mixed with a health tonic or something, a person who is drinking it can easily recognize that it is having a different smell and different taste, isn't it? Ask him that.
So witness, could you recognize whether if this Equilox is mixed with any other liquid like health tonic or any other liquid, can it be recognized easily?
The smell can be recognized as pungent.
Easily.
The taste, I don't know.
The color and
the color again, I can't confirm. The liquid is dark brown in color, and
if pungent smell will be there.
Any other thing, then
any other question?
Okay, that's
okay.
it.
Thank you. Right.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we have no further witnesses to
Yes,
examine.
yes.
But before the prosecution evidence is
Closed.
I have one humble submission to make, Your Honor. In this particular trial problem, the prosecution's wings are basically clipped because we don't have the postmortem doctor or the first informant or the last scene witness, Your Honor. Their all testimony is present in the problem, but I humbly.
Please, there is only one thing we are looking for. Okay, with the available material, to what extent you people are going. So here, this is not a case of winning or losing the game.
Yes.
To what extent your people are performing based on the material available, that alone is looked into. So don't worry about that. Okay.
Don't worry.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
That will not reflect upon you at all.
Anything.
Much obliged, Your Honor. Thank you.
So what else?
Defense, do you have any witnesses to brief or examine?
Yes, the defense shall examine DW1, Rajendra Prasad, DW2, Satya Prakash, and DW3, Prasida.
Okay, thank you.
We would like to see the 353 statement application made by the accused become a competent witness.
Show it now itself or after the briefing session of the witness?
No, that petition will have to be moved by the accused and it has to be allowed by the court.
Your Honor,
We are yet to have a witness.
Right in that procedure.
The witness briefing is not done, Your Honor. Like, will it be?
Yes, definitely. You can brief the accused also. Definitely that will be allowed. It's the right of the accused. Definitely that will be allowed. So
you can be a witness for yourself.
Shall I present the application, Your Honor?
It's okay. It's okay. You brief the thing.
Your Honor, we shall start with defense witness 1, Rajendra Prasad.
Yeah, start it.
Time comes for DW3. We shall present the.
Yes, Your Honor. I will be presenting the application when I examine the accused.
Okay.
Examining the.
Can we have defense witness 1, Mr. Rajendra Prasad?
Come on, bring him.
We have to brief the witnesses organization.
So you want a time for that? I don't know whether the organization whether they will permit you for that. I don't know the rules. Do you want time for that? Are you asking for time?
Till now, for all the rounds, we have been briefing our witnesses.
Your Honor, can we ask the organizing committee if we will be given time just as we were given earlier?
I don't know the rules.
Yes, Your Honor. For the previous rounds, we have been briefing our witnesses in the.
I don't know. The rules will say. I am not the authority to say that.
Participants may please note there is a briefing session for the defense witnesses. Kindly wait.
So we can retire now.
Yes, sir. There will be 10 minutes break for.
Okay, thank you. Okay, obliged.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
Participants may please note we are currently transferring the defense witnesses and the defense team to the briefing room.
With the judge's kind permission, shall we begin the defense witness examination? Judges, am I audible?
Yes, it's audible.
Yes. Okay, fine.
With the kind permission of the court, can we now present defense witness 1?
Yes, do.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
DW1, Rajendra Prasad, please repeat after me. I shall state only the truth,
I shall state only the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Yes. Mr. Rajendra Prasad, briefly describe before the court your relevance to this case.
I'm a friend of the deceased, Deepak. We've been friends for a long time. That's how I was called in.
For how long have you been friends with him?
We've been friends since our school days. We studied together. We also did our college engineer, like our mechanical engineering program together.
Yes. So what do you know about the relationship status of Mr. Deepak just before he passed away?
Relationship as in romantic? Or like,
Yes.
well, he was romantically involved with a girl called Prasida, and they've been together for about 2 years.
What are the modes of communication between you and Deepak? How often did you talk to each other?
We talk often. We talk frequently. I mean, I'm one of his closest friends, so we text, we call, but from time to time, I receive letters from him.
Letters, interesting in the digital era. What kinds of communication occurred over letters?
Well, like I said, Deepak was he wasn't exactly, I wouldn't call him an exactly even-paced person. So whenever he was super stressed with things, he would send me like letters and I'd read them and we'd, solve the issues together. But
Since
this
you all
was
have
normal.
been friends, you all
Sorry?
have been friends since childhood. So, what was the nature of Deepak?
Well, he was charming at first, but the more we get closer, I realized that he had some issues. He was a bit aggressive and he was highly volatile and he was slightly isolating. Like he would isolate himself. That's how I became one of his only friends.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. And when was the last time he wrote you a letter?
I believe it was sometime in June last week. I think 25th June 2024.
What were the contents of the letter, if you may specify to the court?
Well, it was written, he had written about his issues with Priscilla within their relationship, and that apparently she was intending to marry a man called Akil, and that if she would do so, he would commit suicide by consuming this specific pesticide called E-calyx.
What was your reaction upon reading the letter and the mention of suicide?
I panicked. Obviously, I panicked, but by the time I received, like I said, it was normal for him to send me letters, and we've been friends for so long. So I didn't open the letter at that time because I have issues myself. I have ASD, which is acute stress disorder. So it incapacitates me. On top of that, I was facing a lot of work pressure that week. So I didn't open the letter till days after I heard his death. I opened the letter and that's when I saw all of this.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rajendra Prasad. That's all with the chief examination. The witness is open to cross, Your Honor.
Yes, cross.
Your Honor, going to the cross. Witness. So according to you, Deepak was adamant person, right?
He was a what person?
Adamant.
I believe I said aggressive in a way. Yes.
Okay, so he was not adamant. Point to be noted, Your Honor. So can you specify one incident pointing that he was aggressive? Like one incident in brief.
I can point several. I've known him over the years.
One incident.
And one of such
like,
incidents
which is the
was when he faced an immense stress during our internship days at the Mechanical Engineering College. We did a diploma together in mechanical engineering. During the internship, he faced huge work stress because of not just the location, but also issues related to his coursework. And in such an incident, he isolated himself. And he was subject to like short bursts of anger where he would say very weird stuff like self-harming and things.
It was in college, right?
Sorry?
It was in college, right?
Yes.
This all things happened when he was in college.
No,
college got over like more than 5 years. It has been like 6 years after college.
I said that
A diploma.
he told me to point out an incident. I pointed out one incident. I said that there were many incidents. Excuse me.
Moving to the next question. Am I right in saying that you know that he was going through so many mental conditions, right? You said he was stressful and all. Did you take him to any medical units?
I tried, but he wasn't coming. When we first became friends and I realized that there were issues, obviously I was a child at that time, but as we grew older, I told him to, like, I even tried taking him to a psychologist, tried suggesting online therapy, but he never showed any interest. So he would just talk to me.
I put you that you didn't take him to the medical unit because there was no such condition exists.
That's wrong.
Do you think he had depression or like stress or any other severe mental health conditions?
I honestly don't know. I'm not a psychologist.
But you state that he was just aggressive.
Yeah, he was aggressive. That's the extent of what I know. I can't exactly,
Do you have
be his therapist.
Objection, Your Honor, repetitive nature of questions.
I'm going to ask another question.
Yes, you can additional.
Much obliged, Your Honor. Do you have the letter with you which he sent?
No, I don't.
You don't have. So it is not submitted as an evidence in front of the court.
Your Honor, if I may interrupt, the proposition clearly states that the letter which is written by Deepak, the deceased, it is already marked as an evidence. That is Exhibit D2. It is clearly in the page number 29, and we have already got the clarification from the OC that it is already marked and we cannot show any new content preparing on our...
It's okay. Let's ask the next
I just want to clarify that, Your Honor.
Okay.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
Why don't you take the letter and show it to her?
It's not available, sir.
Your Honor, actually the organizing committee has restricted us.
You can ask the next question.
Yes, Your Honor. Much obliged.
Your Honor, can I move forward with the suggestions?
Yes.
I put you that no such letter exists.
That's wrong.
I put you that the letter and the content in the letter are fabricated and not true.
That's also wrong.
I put you that all the things you mentioned in the court is baseless assumption.
I believe whatever I said was true. I swore on the, I believe, Holy Bible.
In regards to the aggressive part, I put you that none of the things happened as mentioned by you.
Sorry, could you repeat that question, please?
In regards to the aggressive part of Deepak, I put you that none of the things happened as stated by you.
That's wrong. I said I swore on the Constitution.
Your Honor,
I can't lie.
Your Honor, the witness is excused by the prosecution here. No more
re-examination?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Next witness.
Can be discharged.
Can we now be presented with Satya Prakash, defense witness 2?
DW2 Satya Prakash, please repeat after me. I shall state only the truth.
I shall state only the truth.
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Well, Mr. Satya Prakash, describe your relation with the deceased.
The deceased was my employee at Kerala Fabrications.
Yes. And how did Deepak generally carry himself in the work atmosphere?
He was not a person who maintained a friendly relationship either with me or with his co-workers. He was isolated and he was an aggressive person. He was not a person who maintained a good and cordial relationship either with the top employees or with the lower level employees.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. And I believe that you have identified the handwriting in Exhibit D1 to be his.
Yes, I do identify.
What makes you so sure that the handwriting belongs to Mr. Deepak?
I recognize his handwriting because he used to send letters to me either like office related matters and other files. So it was handwritten by him, and as a result, I can very well recognize his handwriting.
What was the last letter that you had received as a part of official communication, if you can reveal it to the court?
Yeah, I do remember that he produced a letter requesting for his promotion.
Yes, Your Honor. That's all with the witness.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. So, witness, you mentioned that the facts you have contended is regarding to a letter, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, are you a expert, handwriting expert to identify letters?
No, I'm not a handwriting expert, but I am his employee. So he makes letters to me. So as a result,
You
I go
are
for
his
his
employee.
No,
You are
he
his
was my
employee.
employee. No, I am his manager.
Okay. So, do you have any professional qualification to identify handwriting?
I am his
Simple
manager,
question.
and I can recognize his handwriting as he make regular letters to me.
The question is, do you have any professional, like educational qualification to identify handwriting?
No.
No. Point to be noted, Your Honor. According to how he carries during his work, so he was just a like introvert person, right?
Yes, he is.
He was just an introvert person. Point to be
Yes.
noted, Your Honor. I would like to suggest that this is a fact witness, not an expert witness. So anything which he said cannot be taken.
Point of argument.
Point of argument.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have anything more to ask? You have anything more to ask?
No, Your Honor. This is this much.
Next witness.
Much obliged.
Your Honor, but just to clarify, like just for my clarity, I want to know if that the exhibit D2 has already been marked. Like I want to bring it to the notice of the judges.
Okay.
Just for a clarity, Your Honor.
Anyway, that is there.
Obliged.
Don't
Much
worry.
obliged, Your Honor. Can we proceed with the chief examination of the accused number 2? Your Honor,
Yes.
I would like to present the application. If
This is petition allowed, you can examine the accused.
so, the application is not required to be shown, Your Honor.
No,
you have to file an application in writing. That is okay. You examine the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. With your kind permission, we shall share the screen to show the application
No,
under
it's
section.
That's okay. That's okay. We know. It only means we only want her willingness to stand as a witness. If she's okay, then it's okay. The
Okay,
petition is only a formality.
Okay, Your Honor.
But there is an application, Your Honor. Please
Okay,
kindly
thank you. Right. We'll allow it. Okay.
Petition
Examine
allowed.
the witness.
Okay, Your Honor. I'll proceed with the chief examination then.
Yes.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
Your Honor, oath has been taken.
Pardon?
Nothing.
DW3, Prasida, please repeat after me. I shall state only the truth.
I shall state only the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Ms. Prasida, please introduce yourself to the court.
My name is Prasida and I'm 23 years old. I live at Prasida Bhavan, Valathur, Neyyatangara.
Okay, how have you been doing?
Really stressed. I'm kind of depressed.
Okay. So what kind of relationship did you maintain with the deceased?
We were in love for the past 2 years. We had a very cordial relationship.
Okay. Can you please tell the nature or like how he used to be with you? How was Deepak with you and how you were with Deepak?
We both loved each other intensely, but he was possessive. He was having anger issues. He was dramatic, and but overall that his love for me had an upper hand overall that, and we had an intention of getting married to each other.
Okay. Can you please explain any instance where you said that he was angry, he was very possessive, or he's toxic? Can you please tell one instance?
Uh, when I dress good, when I try to socialize, he would be possessive, and he would ask me uh, to show whom you are dressing like this and all. He was possessive. He had trust issues. He had questions like that, and it was disturbing for me. But still, it was out of love.
Yeah, okay. Okay, what kind of future did you see or envision with Deepak, irrespective of all of this, even if you had problems with him?
We wanted to get married to each other with our parents' consent.
Okay, so what exactly happened on the day of the incident? Can you please tell?
It was my birthday, and there was a proposal that had came to me through my uncle, and it was said that, like, me and Deepak having a relationship was not known to my parents since till the proposal came in, and we had a plan of confessing it to our parents and decided to get married that day. So I asked Deepak to come on my birthday, and I wanted to introduce him to my parents. And on that day, he came, but he was in a hurry and he wanted to resolve it very soon. But it did not kind of end up well. Uh, my parents were distressed to know about the 2 year long relationship, and they said that we'll see. They did not take a decision. They said that we'll see about the relationship, and he was kind of stressed and suddenly took some bottle from his pocket and poured it into the drink on the table, and I suddenly snatched it because I thought it was alcohol, and I didn't want him to drink at that point of time, and he suddenly left after that.
Didn't you try to stop him? Like,
yeah, I tried to snatch it and it fell down. I did not allow him to take it.
okay. What happened after that?
After that, the police came when me and my mother was alone at my home, and they told that he's no more, and they took the bottle that was lying at my home, and
Defense may please.
and they
Defense may please note you have 2 minutes remaining.
and they kind of took a pit and kept it there, and they told me that we were arrested.
Okay, you have mentioned that only you and your mother were there when the police came. Where was your uncle?
My uncle was there for the birthday function, but he left because he had health issues. He had heart issues and asthma.
Okay, does he take any medication for these things?
Yeah, he relied on Ayurveda, allopathy, and herbal tonic.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. Okay. Please tell how the police have exactly arrived into your house.
They came by jeep.
Okay, have they, which door have they taken to enter your house?
The normal door.
Okay. Did any lady officers accompany the police officers?
No.
Point to be noted, Your Honor. That's it.
Process summons.
Your Honor, with your permission, may I cross?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Prasida, you mentioned your parents, right?
Yeah.
Both your father and mother.
No. My mother.
Parents, plural.
And my uncle.
Your uncle is considered to be a parent.
He is my guardian and he has been there
Fine.
for me since my childhood. So he is
Kind of like a parent. Fine. Okay. You said in your chief that you had a cordial relation with Deepak, right?
yes.
In the next sentence, you said that Deepak was possessive, he had anger issues, he was controlling, right?
Yeah, which I kind of enjoyed.
You kind of enjoyed. I put to you that you had a grudge against Deepak because he was controlling, possessive, and aggressive in your relationship.
Wrong.
Okay. You invited Deepak to the lunch. Am I right? You yourself.
Yes.
At the request of your mother and your uncle. Am I right?
No. It was me and Deepak who decided to talk to our parents about getting married and our relationship. They were unaware of my relationship with Deepak and they had another match for me. So we thought it is high time that we should reveal it to our parents, my parents especially.
I put to you that you deliberately invited Deepak to your house on that day at the behest of your uncle and your mother.
At the pardon?
At the behest or at the instruction of your uncle and your mother.
Your Honor, the witness has already answered this just before the question is posed.
Yes.
Prosecution
Yes,
may
it has
please
already
note.
answered.
Yes, Your Honor.
Prosecution may please note you have 2 minutes remaining.
So Deepak had lunch with you on 2nd July 2024, right?
Pardon? Who?
Deepak had lunch
Yes,
with you.
Deepak and I had lunch together on 2nd July, my birthday. Right. Your voice is breaking.
In your house. In your house.
Yeah, we had lunch at our house, my house.
In your house. You told the police this, right?
Yes. I told them all the events that happened and what they did was actually opposite to what I told them.
So we can conclude that Deepak was in your house from 1:45 p.m. to
No, at around 1:45 he had almost left my home.
12:45 p.m. to
You are twisting it. You are twisting it.
Okay. Till that time he was there. Till 1:45 he was there. That fact
almost.
You admit. Okay. He drank from the bottle that was present in your house. Am I right?
He poured a liquid into the bottle that was present in my house and then tried to drink and I snatched it and it fell down.
I put you that bottle contained poison previously mixed by your uncle with your knowledge and intention.
Wrong. Okay. You can put it back to yourself.
He left your house at 1:45 on scooter. Am I right?
Yes.
Your marriage was fixed with a person called Agil. Am I right? By your uncle.
It was not fixed. It was not fixed. It was just a proposal which I denied.
So your uncle and your mother had a stake in this matter and they wanted you to get married to Agil. Am I right?
It was their opinion and I had a different opinion. I wanted to get married to Deepak.
So they had an intention to get rid of Deepak from the equation.
You are not audible.
Prosecution may please note your allotted time is over.
Your Honor, maybe please be granted an extension of time to complete cross-examination of the witness. Your Honor.
Maximum 30 seconds. Make it fast.
Your Honor, this is accused as a witness, so
don't waste your time.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Much obliged. So, you are not in a position to marry Deepak. Am I not right?
Wrong. I am at this point when he is not there. I can't get married to deceased Deepak, even if I wish to.
Before his death, obviously.
I wanted to get married to Deepak.
Now, your Your uncle gave the Adul Sarbal health tonic bottle to you. Am I not right?
No. You are trying to twist things.
Right or wrong? Gave the Adul Sarbal health to you with the instruction to give to Deepak.
He did not give any
Prosecution
such thing to him, and he had no instructions. He did not give anything to me, or he did not give
Prosecution,
me
may
any
please
instructions.
note your allotted time is over.
So, so far, this is a crucial witness. Let them process something.
Okay, yes. You give them at least 1 more minute.
Much
Show
obliged.
your yes.
You knew that he had altered the contents of the bottle. Am I not right?
Pardon? I didn't get you.
You knew that your uncle had altered the contents of the health tonic bottle. Am I not right?
No. You are twisting it again and again. It is wrong.
I put to you that you knew that your uncle had altered the contents of the bottle.
No, wrong.
Next question.
You saw Ammukutti Amma when Deepak was leaving. Am I not right? Your neighbor, your opposite door neighbor.
Ammukutti Amma saw me waving off Deepak. Yes.
Okay. And Ammukutti Amma asked you some questions, right?
Yeah, why he has been there. And I told her that it is my birthday and he came for lunch.
Your Honor, maybe noted the presence of Ammukutti Amma at the scene is confirmed.
Okay.
And your uncle called you at 3:15 p.m. to inform you that Deepak was dead, right?
Yeah.
Your uncle called you at 3:15 p.m. Maybe noted, Your Honor.
Yes.
And your
Next
uncle
question.
asked you to bury the bottle bury the bottle in your backyard, right?
You are twisting it again. Wrong.
Conclude it.
She's
Yes,
denying.
Yes, Your Honor. So basically, even though Deepak was unwell, you waved off Deepak as if nothing happened. Am I right?
He was healthy enough to ride his scooty and go back home. And I believed that I consoled him. We consoled each other that day, and we decided to talk about the topic another day to our parents.
Okay, fine. I put to you that you intentionally murdered Deepak by poisoning him with a conspiracy with your uncle as well as your mother.
Wrong.
I put to you that you intentionally suppressed the evidence by burying it behind your house.
Wrong.
I put to you that you had clear motive to get Deepak out of the picture so that you can get married to another person more financially stable.
I wanted to get married to Deepak. You are twisting again.
Your Honor, no further questions. I have already exceeded the time, Your Honor.
So no re-examination, right? So the defense witness is over, evidence is over.
Yes, Your Honor. No re-examination is required, Your Honor.
Then preparation for arguments.
Participants, you have a 5-minute break to prepare your arguments. Participants may please note your allotted time is over.
If everyone is ready, shall we resume the session? The prosecution may proceed with their arguments.
Can I proceed with the closing arguments? Judges,
Okay.
honorable bench, much obliged, Your Honor.
Deepak? Dilip? Dilip? ദിലീപിനോട് കയറാൻ പറഞ്ഞേ.
Just wait for a few minutes. Yes.
Much obliged, Your Honor. Prosecution is moving forward to the closing arguments of this particular case. Your Honor, we humbly address the court to advocate for justice in the tragic case. The closing arguments. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Much
yes. I think there is some
obliged,
network issue.
Your Honor. The prosecution will be dealing with the closing arguments in a fivefold manner. Firstly, the exact amount of facts transpired in the case. Second of all, the explanation of witnesses, testimonies proving the said facts. Third of all, application of statutory provision to the facts and other case laws. And fourthly, explanation of discrepancies pointed out by the defense. And finally, if the court permits, I shall address the defense evidence and show the honorable court that how this defense evidences should be discarded. Moving to the facts. The deceased Deepak and A2 were in a serious relationship with the intention of marriage. The same has been testified by PW2, Radhakrishna Panikar. Your Honor, this has been testified by many other witnesses, even the accused, including the accused. This should be considered as a relevant fact as an opinion to the relationship under Section 44 of BSA, corresponding to Section 50 of Indian Evidence Act. And also this should be considered as a relevant fact under Section 9, which shows the fact not otherwise relevant becoming relevant, Your Honor, which is a corresponding provision of Section 11 of Indian Evidence Act. According to the deposition given by PW2 Radhakrishnan, the fact that her mother and mother Meenakshi A3 and Ramachandran A1, uncle, was against the relationship and this marriage. This should be and also the fact that A2 wanted the accused to marry Agil, another person. This fact should be considered as relevant under Section 6, which proves motive corresponding to Section 8 of Indian Evidence Act. This can be considered also under Section 12, which is fact showing existence of state of mind of body or bodily feeling, which is corresponding to Section 14 of Indian Evidence Act, Your Honor. The accused in this case has realized the fact that Deepak was becoming adamant, Deepak was becoming toxic, and also becoming dramatic according to her statement, which is given in chief. And also, he was getting adamant in the relationship and also to the marriage. They think the only thing, they didn't think much. The only solution which they found was eliminating him from the entire world. This led to the criminal conspiracy under Section 61A. On 2nd of July 2024, according to the statement given by PW2, Deepak left the house at around 12 o'clock to Prasida's house because he was invited for lunch. Point to be noted, Your Lordship, he was invited for the lunch. This is an introductory fact under Section 7 of BSA. He left Prasida's house at around 1:45, according to the statement given by PW2 and also corroborated with Amikutiyamma's statement, which is CW7. He came back to the house. He reached his house at around 2 o'clock. PW2 mentioned that Deepak was of very ill and of a very serious uneasy condition when he reached his house. This was also stated that he was feeling unwell to the his father. Deepak stated the same to his father, and froth was coming out of his mouth. This is a relevant fact under Section 12 of BSA. Further, the observations are facts which are cause or effect of fact in issue and must be considered as a relevant fact under Section 5 of Adhiniyamam corresponding to Section 7 of Indian Evidence Act. Deepak stated that after lunch, Prasida gave him a health concoction. It was very bitter and pungent in smell. After consuming, he felt extremely uneasy, and the prosecution was humbly submitted before the Honorable Court that this should be considered as Deepak's dying declaration under Section 26 of BSA corresponding to Section 32 of Indian Evidence Act. According to the evidence law, any statement which is made by a person as to the cause of his death or as to any circumstances of the transaction which resulted in the cause of his in the death or in which the cause of the person's death circumstance of transaction which resulted in his death, in cause in which the death of the person is in question. This can be even taken without any apprehension of death, Your Honor. This can be considered as dying declaration and may be admitted before the Honorable Court. The statement perfectly fits into the definition given to the dying declaration, which is further corroborated by the forensic and circumstantial evidences. The fact that Deepak felt uneasy after Yes, Your Honor.
To whom have this dying declaration been given?
To the father, PW2 Radhakrishnan.
Okay, continue.
The fact that Deepak felt uneasy after consuming the same was a relevant fact under Section 4 of BSA. Facts forming part of the same transaction, commonly known as res gestae. Dying declaration cannot be discarded by reason of its brevity. As a very important judgment which is given by the Supreme Court in the case of Surajud Ujjal versus State of Bihar, Your Honor. Going to the recovery, process of recovery, Your Honor, according to the information given by A2 Prasida to the police, upon receiving the news of Deepak's death, A1 directed her to hide the MO1. So, by digging a pit and burying the bottle, she said that she will show the bottle. In consequences of this information given by A2, a bottle was buried in a freshly dug pit on the backside of her house near the banana plantation. And this was discovered and has been submitted as a prosecution exhibit, Your Honor. The fact that the pit was freshly dug is a relevant fact under Section 4, which shows facts forming part of the same transaction, Your Honor. And also this can be considered under Section 6 of Adhiniyamam, which shows the relevant fact indicating subsequent conduct of the person in question, Your Honor. Under Section 6 of Adhiniyamam corresponding to Section 8 of Indian Evidence Act. Going to the information given by A1 to the police, upon questioning, he said that a heap of newspapers in the store, he directed the people to the heap of newspapers in his storeroom in his house. On removing the newspapers, the bottle labeled Ecalex containing a brown liquid was discovered, Your Honor, hereby submitting MO2 as the prosecution evidence. This fact that he had the bottle should be considered as a relevant fact indicating the subsequent conduct under Section 6 of Adhiniyamam corresponding to Section 8 of Indian Evidence Act. The relevancy and the evidentiary value of discovery is in question, Your Honor. Should be admitted into evidence, Your Honor. Under Section 23, Clause 2, proviso, any fact as disposed to the discovery in consequences of information received from a person accused any offences in the custody of a police, as much of such information, whether it amounts to confession or not, relates distinctly to the fact discovered, may be proved, Your Honor. Hence, placing reliance upon this provision, both the recovery can be proved.
To what extent, what is proved under that section, according to you?
Your Honor, according to the whole provision, which is 23 under the BNS,
I am asking about the facts. According to you, under this section, Honor, which fact is proved here?
That they hid the bottle and they knew the place where the bottle was
So, so they hit the bottle plus they knew the place, both.
They knew the place and they exactly knew where. Am I audible?
Yes,
Exactly knew where the bottle was located. Your Honor.
Okay. Next point.
Okay. Furthermore, the recovery was made under independent witnesses, which 2 witnesses per recovery, and therefore the recovery may be admitted before the Honorable Court, Your Honor. Going to the investigation, this particular recovery led to the investigation to PW 4 and 5. PW 4 is Savior, who identified Ramachandra Panikkar as a person who purchased the bottle of Atul's herbal tonic on 1st 7 2024. The bill and the barcode was tallied, hence proved that Ramachandran bought the MO1 from the shop, and this has been clearly stated by Savior that in the chief examination, and the recovery measure is also admitted as evidence, marked as evidence, prosecution evidence. This is also comes under the part of the discovery. And going to the PW5, Rupesh, the owner of Deccan Pest and Fungal Control Agency, Neyatingara, he identified Ramachandra Panikkar as a person who purchased Ecalex from his shop on 1st 7 2024. The barcode and the bottle pill was tally. Hence, it is proved that Ramachandra Panikkar brought the MO2 from his shop. This has been clearly stated by Rupesh in the chief examination. The recovery measure has also been marked into prosecution evidence, Your Honor. The act of Ramachandra Panikkar buying MO1 and MO2. This is a relevant fact showing the previous conduct under Section 6 of the Adhiniyamam corresponding to Section 8 of Indian Evidence Act, Your Honor. Your Honor, coming to the scientific evidence of this particular trial, the postmortem and the forensic evidences. The postmortem report was made by Dr. Prashant, the police and forensic surgeon of Taluk Hospital, Government Taluk Hospital. I seek the attention of the honorable bench to the findings. A frothy fluid was found in the respiratory tract, and most importantly, the stomach was full of undigested rice, vegetables, and dark brown liquid having pungent smell. I repeat, a dark brown liquid was found in the stomach. There is no other inquiry. There is no other injury. According to the doctor's preliminary cause of death was poisoning, and this can be considered as an expert opinion under Section 39 of BSA, corresponding to Section 45 of Indian Evidence Act, Your Honor, and may be given high credits. Going to the next, which is viscera and sample of blood, which was preserved and sent for chemical analysis. The chemical analysis of viscera contained that content revealed the presence of quinalphos, and the blood was also containing quinalphos, which at the rate of 22 nanogram per 100 milliliters, Your Honor, which is over the hazardous level of 20 nanogram per 100 milliliter of blood. According to the expert opinion given by the chemical analysis, this is a potential cause of death, Your Honor. This particular opinion should also be considered under Section 39 of BSA, corresponding to 45 of Indian Evidence Act. From the postmortem report and the chemical analysis, this led to the fact that Deepak has consumed quinalphos, and this was the potential cause of death. Further, the examination of MO1 and MO2 by the chemical forensic examination, the conclusion of the result was both the bottle contained the liquid containing quinalphos, organothiosulfate chemical, and the same solution which was found in Deepak's stomach, Your Honor. Your Honor, the prosecution, all the evidences and circumstances are rightly pointing to the guilt of the accused, Your Honor. The prosecution aware that there is no with Maruti Kirkan versus State of Maharashtra, citation 2006, 10 CC 8. Am I audible?
Yes.
The
particular judgment in paragraph 12.
You have 2 more minutes remaining. Then may please
yes,
note you have 2 more minutes remaining.
Yes. In the case, if there is no eyewitness, the prosecution should rest upon the circumstantial evidence. For circumstantial evidence, the prosecution rests the case on Sharda Britshan Sarda versus State of Maharashtra, 4 SEC 116, The circumstantial evidence, the most important judgment when it comes to circumstantial evidence, which lay down the 5 golden principles of circumstantial evidence, also known as Panchil principle. For a circumstantial evidence case to be proven under circumstantial evidence, the circumstances from which 5 principles has to be fulfilled. Firstly, the circumstances from which has drawn.
You leave
Your
the
Honor,
5 principles to come to the facts.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. This 5 principle has been successfully proven by the prosecution, Your Honor. Going to the facts, prosecution sets this fact. Ramachandra Panikkar, who had motive to kill Deepak, purchased Shadul's herbal tonic and Ecalex on 1st 7, 2024. He transferred the content. He had clear intention and motive to kill Deepak, and Deepak was point to be noted. Deepak was invited to Praseedan of killing him, which shows that this not a death of by grave or sudden provocation. This was a premeditated death, murder, Your Honor. Deepak consumed the drink and which was poisoned without any knowledge, Your Honor. Your Honor, going to the criminal conspiracy part, Your Honor, in the light monies obtained and evidences adduced, the prosecution as officer.
Prosecution, may please note your allotted time is over.
Your Honor, moving to the defense witnesses, 2 points in the defense witnesses. After that, I'll move to the prior.
Okay.
About 2 points to the defense witness. Okay.
Yes,
Your
yes.
Honor, the defense witness DW1 has contended that he was of aggressive nature, but the incident which the witness portrayed was an incident which is 5 to 6 years back. And coming to the DW2, he has stated that he was a very introverted person in the office. Both the statements are contradicting in nature, Your Honor. I'm really sorry for this, some network issues, Your Honor. Am I audible?
Yes, now audible.
Am I
Yeah.
much obliged, Your Honor. Your Honor, handwriting. DW has no educational qualification for identifying a handwriting belongs to the accused. Therefore, the evidentiary value of handwriting shouldn't be given. Handwriting letter shouldn't be given any evidentiary value. Therefore, the content that he was suicidal shouldn't be having any evidentiary value, Your Honor. The DW2, as DW1 has no authority to attest to the fact that it was his on Deepak's handwriting, Your Honor. Can I move to the prior, Your Honor?
Yes. Yes,
Your
you can
Honor,
move.
in the light of charges framed, Your Honor, in the light of charges framed, evidence is adduced, witnesses examined, and facts put forward and arguments advanced. The prosecution most humbly prays for the Honorable Court to declare accused number 1, 2, and 3 of all the offences charged against them under Section PNS, and the Honorable Court may put an order of conviction in the interest of justice, law, and order. Much
So according to
the
you,
prosecution rests.
so according to you, only an expert can identify the handwriting, right?
Your Honor, the evidentiary value of the handwriting will be
Just say yes or no.
only
Just say,
at the
just say yes or no. Only an expert can, according to you, only an expert can identify an handwriting.
in the
Yes or no.
in the court, yes, Your Honor.
Right. Yes, defense.
With the kind permission of the court, can I proceed with the closing statements? Much obliged, Your Honor. Shakespeare once said, "All the world's a stage, and the man in his time plays many parts." Knock, knock. Let's come back to reality. In fact, let's come back to the present. Fortunately or unfortunately, we live in an era of deficits, be it for attention or time. Perhaps that's why we are called the Instagram era, where our attention span barely lasts for those 30 seconds. In those 30 seconds, if you are able to convince me, make a point, impress me, I shall stick on to the reel. Or if not, I shall just scroll past you. That is our attention span in this era. That is the reason it becomes all the more crucial that time needs to be valued. In this hustle world, where we do not frankly have a lot of time to cater. The time is precious and must be valued at any cost, be it of an individual, of an institution, of the courts as well, which the prosecution has exactly failed to do so. It has failed to make an impact. Forget about impact. It has failed to comply with the standard of proof. The prescribed standard of proof being beyond reasonable doubt, as per section 104 and 105 of BSA. It is a far-fetched notion in this case. The defense believes that it has been successful in creating a reasonable doubt. Our case is relied on creating a reasonable suspicion in the minds of the court as well as in the minds of the court, and that is enough to strike down the case of the prosecution. The entire conspiracy theory, the murder theory falls apart. Now, in this case, I would like to point out that there have been a plethora of doubts, not just one single doubt. And in order to establish the same, I would like to follow a systematic approach. I shall first move on to deduce the conclusions and outcomes derived from the chief examinations of the defense witnesses, and then I will move on and explain the outcomes derived from the cross-examinations of the charge witnesses, that is the prosecution witnesses. Moving to the first defense witness, Prasida, defense witness number 3, Prasida. It is very clear that she had every intention to marry. She introduced Deepak. That was the very first time she introduced Deepak to her parent as well as uncle, and she truly loved him and embraced him despite all his imperfections of toxicity, anger, vindictive tendencies, and whatever was mentioned, his introverted nature, isolated, plus an instance of blackmail that was mentioned, and an internship anger issue that was mentioned. Yes, and and decisions of marriage cannot be taken in a hasty manner, Your Honor, which is common knowledge for all of us. Such decisions must be considered. The consent obtained from parents, on only then can a promise to that effect be made. Coming to Rajendra Prasad. Rajendra Prasad was a beloved friend, a dear friend right from childhood, which his deposition as well as the chief examination clearly states that. And he was in the regular habit of exchanging letters, and he also regrets that he read the letter which was contained in the form of Exhibit D1 only a week later. That is the reason he could not stop his friend, or else that is something which he deeply regrets, and he has also stated to the court in the similar manner. And he has also highlighted the aggressive, vindictive tendencies of the deceased person, Mr. Deepak. Moving on to Satya Prakash. Satya Prakash is the employer of Mr. Deepak, and he has similar things to say regarding the nature and his attitude at workplace, and his complacency and his attitude towards the tasks assigned to him. Now, there is one point that the prosecution raises, that according to section 41 of BSA, he cannot be considered to be an expert to identify the handwriting. Here is one thing I would like to highlight to the court. When the court has to form an opinion as to the person to whom any document was written or signed, the opinion of any person acquainted with the handwriting of the person by whom it is supposed to be written or signed, that it was or was not written or signed by that person, is a relevant fact. And that can only be used as a piece of corroboration, further corroboration, not conclusive evidence. An expert opinion cannot classify as conclusive evidence. And here, since he was well acquainted with the handwriting of Deepak, and recently, in the form of Exhibit D2 letter, a permanent position was sought according to the deposition, which clearly states that there was a regular exchange of official communication over letters, and he was very well capable of identifying Deepak's handwriting. He did not have to possess any qualifications as such. Now, moving on to Vimal Kumar. I would refer to him as the Superman of the case. This is CW17, who happens to be the investigating officer. Now, 61(2) of the BNSS of the BNS states conspiracy. What is a conspiracy? Where two or more people are involved and there is a common intention, and in furtherance of the same, an act has been committed. Time and again, we hear the prosecution state that Ramchandra Panikar has conspired with mother and daughter. Ramchandra Panikar has conspired with mother and Prasida. But let me bring to light the fact that the deposition of the police as well as the final report clearly mentions that Ramachandra did not reveal the contents of the bottle to either the mother or the daughter. It was only after the news of the death reached the uncle called up Miss Prasida and then stated that the tonic that is kept on the table consists of poison. Please bury it. This is based on the story of the prosecution. Since they have alleged Ramchandra Panikar to have done so, they have stated that he is guilty as part of this. Let us assume the same. Let us assume for time being that he is guilty. He has mixed Ecolux in the bottle and kept it for him. But only later has he revealed the contents of the same to Meenakshi as well as the daughter. Where is the common intention, Your Honor? The very important primary ingredient of conspiracy can be eliminated. Coming to the time lapses in investigation, here I would like to, I am in no mood for comedy, but I would like to say that I have seen this investigating officer to be similar, very similar to the investigating officer in the movie Pink. If you all must have watched it, he's a Superman, can overlook so many things, and he's looked after the inquest. He has overlooked the inquest, the crime scene investigation. He has managed to interact with the father. He has gone to Prasida's home, arrested her, and managed to call up another set of team and then brief them about whatever has happened all throughout. Go and please pick up Ramchandra Panikar, and also under section 47 clause 1 of BNSS, every police officer or other person arresting any person without warrant shall forthwith communicate to him the full particulars of the offense for which he is being arrested or other grounds. So in a very short span of time, he has managed to do all of that. I would like to highlight another point, that the buried evidence in the form of the tonic which was recovered, the process of search and seizure concluded only at 5:45. In the final report, it is clearly stated that it started at around 4:15 to 4:30 and ended at 5:45. So even before this procedure was done, he solely relied on the confession of Miss Prasida, who was already grieving the loss of her boyfriend, who was already in emotional distress, and in all possibility, she was under the pressure of police and might have stated something, might have blurted out something, or she might also have concealed facts on the same note. There might have been any numerous possibilities. Ignoring all of that, the name Ramchandra Panikar cited in the confession, and now he has dispatched another team, briefed another team, go and pick up Ramchandra. Here there is another gross negligence. 179 of BNSS states that where a person is a senior citizen, Ramachandra was above 60 years of age, he qualifies to be a senior citizen. His convenience must be given due importance, that the statement must be taken at the place of his home unless he wishes to give it in the custody or any other place. Apart from that, he was kept in the custody all night. And also according to section 57, health and safety of arrested person, it shall be the duty of the person having the custody of an accused to take reasonable care of the health and safety of the accused, and a medical examination must have been conducted. Here I would like to cite Union of India versus Ashok Kumar Sharma was a 2021 case, and Matang Singh versus the Central Bureau of Investigation has emphasized enough that a health checkup must be done, and yet there is no health report or medical report attached to the final report, despite the fact that he had asthma and he was a heart patient as well, and the very previous day he left the party early because he was suffering some kind of suffering. He was not well. That was what was mentioned by Miss Prasida in the cross, that he was unwell. That's the reason he left the party soon. And one more thing, the investigating officer, it looks like he has no idea of what a crime scene investigation looks like. He did not mention the sealing of the place. He did not mention that he had a forensic team to accompany him to the spot. And also, he did not mention if in the absence of forensic team, any of the constables have picked out cotton swabs using used gloves, picked up cotton swabs and picked up the froth which was coming out of his mouth and sent for medical examination. None of this was stated, and even the father has never spoken about the forensic team, which obviously which did not come to the place of crime scene. Now,
can I ask you one thing?
Yes,
Can
Your
I
Honor.
ask? So defecting investigation, to what extent that will affect the prosecution? A defective investigation, to what extent that
Yes,
will
Your
affect the
Honor. The
prosecution?
perfect example is Arushi Talwar case versus CBI.
To what
Lapses
extent
in
that will affect?
investigation plus tampering of it is coupled with tampering evidence, plus the lapses in the investigation and the tampering of evidence has led to the court to order for a re-investigation altogether. That is one classic case, Your Honor. Moving on, arrest of women. Now, this person has gone to Prasida's place at 4 p.m. There was no mention of any women constables. He might have stated it in the cross-examination, but then in the final report, there is no mention of him taking any women constables. And search and seizure of women can take place only in the presence of women constable under section 103, clause 3 of BNSS. Plus, when he is arresting the women as well, under 43, section 5 of BNS, it must be done in the presence of a women constable, and again the charges to be mentioned and the reason for arrest to be mentioned. None of it done so. And coming to the profession of Mr. Deepak, who is a dead person, who is a deceased, the whole case is revolving around him, and the prosecution, that is the police, in his final report has stated that he is a mechanic in a car shop, wherein he has pursued mechanical engineering and is in the Kerala Fabrications, works for Kerala Fabrications. One more thing, suicide has been neglected. Wow. The only basis, he has abandoned everything. It clearly shows that Vimal Kumar was biased, prejudiced, and abandoned that it could have been a possible case of suicide or even abatement of suicide, which still continues to be a crime under section 108 of BNS. He could have explored those possibilities. And the fact that he did not even approach Mr. Rajendra Prasad, who was a dear friend, he said that for the purpose of suicide, I consulted all relatives. Rajendra Prasad, who happens to be such a close friend, was not consulted. The letter, he does not know of any such letter. And where is the possibility of suicide explored? Without being explored, it was called a dead end, no possibility of suicide, only relying on dying declaration and the statement, that is a confession of accused to Prasida. They have proceeded and conducted the investigation.
How will you overcome dying declaration? How will you overcome dying declaration? How will you overcome dying declaration?
Dying declaration was made to the father, which was I did not get your question, Your Honor.
How will you get over the dying declaration? They are saying that there is a dying declaration.
Yes,
whether
Your Honor.
that should be accepted or that should be rejected. And if you are saying that should be rejected, on what ground?
Dying declaration in this case must be considered as hearsay, Your Honor, and hearsay evidence. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah. Also,
The defendant may please note you have 2 more minutes remaining.
Mentioning the dying declaration, I would like to highlight another fact. Vimal Kumar, who is the investigating officer, has concluded stating that Deepak has apparently stated in his dying declaration that I am feeling uneasy because I have consumed a poisonous substance. This is exactly what he stated in the deposition. Deepak has nowhere in his dying declaration stated that I have consumed poison. He said that I have consumed a tonic, which
can
is
it be
pungent.
considered? Can it be considered as a dying declaration?
No, Your Honor. I mean, the deposition, the Vimal Kumar can be questioned. On what basis did he make? Because the father does not say so. The father did not convey the same. So did Cedric D'Souza not convey the same. Only the point of poison was brought up by police. I would like to question the veracity of the police in this case, Your Honor. Moving on, Dr. Nirmala. Let's move on to the father, in fact. The father has stated that the liquid oozing out of his mouth is black in color, wherein it was reddish brown. The very chemical quinolphus, when it occurs in a liquid form, is brown in color. And the oozing out, it was brown in color, which the father said it was black. Second, he also mentioned that there were organic fertilizers which he used, not pesticides, organic fertilizers, and he stored them at home. No such recovery or retrieving was made by the police, who claimed that they have searched in and out of the house. Also, the father has admitted that he does not see it as a case of murder, and he does not even know who Prasida is. He never saw her, and the relationship was silly and casual, nothing serious on that end. While poor Prasida was trying to convince that end and this end and inviting him for the birthday party, the father knows nothing about what is going on in his son's
The
life.
defense may please note your allotted time is over.
Can I seek an extension of 2 minutes, Your Honor?
2 minutes.
Yes, Your Honor. I shall
Adisa.
wrap up soon, Your Honor. One more point by the father is that the father never met the investigating officer later, which means that the investigating officer only at 3:45 he inquired everything, left, and never intimated to the father about the details of the case or the case status, or if they have been able to where is the case status and how far has he been successful in his investigation. Neither is the father interested to inquire. Moving to Xavier, Xavier does not even know that FSSI certification is mandatory. In case of herbal tonics, it is mandatory and must be taken. And license will be granted only on the basis of the turnover generated. For up to 12 lakhs, it is basic license. State license for up to 20 crores, and above that, central license, which is pretty basic. And he was unable to answer these questions, which makes me wonder if he is the owner of the shop or he is being fabricated in this case. And with all of this, I believe that the defense has been able to create a reasonable amount of suspicion in the minds of the court regarding the lapses, the lacuna, as well as the negligence of prosecution and its inability to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. With this, I shall move forward with the prayer, Your Honor. In the light of the arguments advanced during this trial, I humbly request and urge the court to acquit accused number 1, 2, and 3 for the prosecution's inability to prove their guilt, the element of guilt, conspiracy, and murder. Thank you, Your Honors.
With that, we have come to the end of the session. We are most grateful to all the judges present here who are willing to come forward and evaluate this session of ours. We are also thankful to both the participating teams present here who have put up a valiant fight of words and wit before us. With the judges' kind permission, may we conclude the session?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, judges. The participants can now leave the session.
Your Honor,
With the permission of Your Honor, can we seek a feedback regarding the trial?
Excellent.
It was excellent. You were mixing the law and fact. That is really interesting. Because last time I think it was not this much fruitful, but this time
All of
mixing the
you
law
did
and the
well.
fact, everything was really nice.
All of you did well, both the prosecution and the defense. Prosecution opening of the case was very good, and the defense also did well. Both of you worked as a good team. They were also a good team, and so both of you relied on legal positions also.
Yes, never expected this.
The defense counsel, both of them, they took us to the various legal provisions that are active.
That is really, really nice.
That's very good. Thank you.
For both teams.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. It was a pleasure arguing.
Thank you for the endeavor. No doubt.
Can the participant leave the...
Yes, you can leave.
Yes, they can leave. ഭയങ്കര എക്സൈറ്റഡ് ആവും. aggressive ആണ്.